Everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. We're gonna do basketballs. What is this? Basketball Wives, real quick, because I didn't even watch but maybe 5 minutes of the episode, and I know y'all like, well, bitch, how you gonna review and you ain't watch? I want to be consistent. I want to be consistent. I'm gonna title this. This is the same shit, just a different day. Another episode of the same talking points. Like, I don't production. What show do you all think you're making? Like, where in production land can you just talk about the same issues over and over and over and over again, and you think we want to watch? Let me talk about what I did watch. I see the show opens up with Jennifer. She's talking on the phone with her homegirl Kristen, and she's telling Kristen how noble it was of her to come over and at least have a conversation with OG. That pissed me off, number one. I'm like, what do you mean noble? Because here she goes. She all, well, I'm dark skinned too, and I ain't experienced the colorism. So, you know, we both dark skinned. We don't know what OG talking about. And I'm like, I explained this last week. Just because you didn't experience it, or you don't want to open your eyes to see how they treat your ass differently as well, then that's on you. But you can't knock what someone else has experienced. What would have been noble of Kristen, it would have been noble of her to open up her mind and come to the conversation with an open heart of understanding. Kristen was putting on her best acting one-on-one. Kristen came to that house last week. She didn't have no thoughts of wanting to understand OG. She wanted to look good on the cameras, to act like she thought she was going to understand OG. Kristen went over there so the people at the other house can say somebody went over there. As soon as she left, she bitched and complained about, oh, you didn't tell me how you felt, so she ain't about shit. She can't even tell me how she felt. And I'm like, what does OG have to do? Break down, boo-hoo, crying? And even if she does that, y'all still wouldn't care. So the whole noble thing pissed me off first. Then Kristen is like, well, why don't you come over here and hang out with us? Nobody in this house has a beef with you. And I'm like, Kristen, that's bullshit. Evelyn can't stand Jennifer. Shani, and you know, Jennifer had to remind her, Shani told me last year she ain't invited on no more trips. So I ain't coming over there. Fuck Shani. And I was with Jennifer on that. I was like, yeah, fuck Shani. And I just, for whatever reason, Kristen is like, but nobody has beef. Like, you allowed to come over. Though, really, the only one who ain't allowed to come over is OG. So let's fast forward. Now, did y'all see that little ass hat Jennifer had on her head in the confessionals? I said, Jennifer, when it comes to the fashion, you're usually 99.9% on point. What the hell is this hat on your head? I was like, that was a miss. That was a fashion miss. I don't care if it said Moschino on it. Is that what it is, Moschino? I don't care what label you got that from. That shit was ugly. Don't do it again. So it's exercise day, I believe, because, you know, I'm about to tell y'all when I turn the TV off. They said OG was doing football drills, and then we saw Shani's daughter come to show them do some yoga. Kristen tells Shani that Jennifer don't want to come over because of what was said at the reunion. We get to the confessional. Shani fixed her raggedy ass rat lips to say, I can't believe Jennifer is harping over something I said over a year ago. Like, get over it already. And I'm like, bitch, you bitches, this entire 4 episodes have done nothing but harp and harp and harp and harp over shit that happened a year and a half ago. None of you bitches have a fresh storyline. None of you bitches are telling us nothing new that's going on with your lives today. We're still talking about the same bullshit from a year and a half ago. So at that point, once Shani fixed her lips to say that, I said, click, that's enough. I can't do it. I don't even know why. I'm doing this little review. So then I had got pissed off with Shawnee ass. And I let an hour or two go by. And I said, let me look at Twitter and see what the people are saying on Twitter to see if, if people on Twitter are talking about something new, something fresh, I might go back and watch the episode and review it. I look at Twitter, it's just all colorism, this colorism. I'm like, I know they still ain't talking about colorism. It's all Liza and her scholarship storyline, this Liza and her scholarship. That ain't right. It ain't a scholar. I done already told Liza to fill out her FAFSA, and I'm like, I don't want to listen to Liza whine about Lamar smoking up all her kids' college money. That's what happens when you procreate with someone who has a drug problem. You're not the only one, child. Your kids are not the only ones that don't have a college fund. Go get you a little, if you want them to go to school debt free, go get you a little Parent Plus loan and use this little Basketball Wives check to pay it off. He can still go to college. Now, he might not need to go to no $200,000 for 4 years college. He might need to go ahead and go down to a little HBCU and get a little $50,000 education. It's all the same. It's all the same. English, math, science is the same wherever you learn it. But let's move on from Liza. What else they say happened on Twitter? Malaysia and Jennifer made up. I don't care. This is about the 4th or 5th time since all 9 seasons that, not Malaysia and Jennifer, but Malaysia and Jackie have made up. Let me guess how it went. I ain't watch it. Y'all tell me in the comments. Malaysia had a stank face. Jackie licked and begged and kissed all up on Malaysia's ass until Malaysia dropped it. And it's like, oh, we could try again. And I heard they called each other sisters. Until what, the next time? It ain't even going to be a next time, because I guarantee y'all not coming back next season. And even if you are, I'm not even guaranteed to watch the next episode. I might look at Twitter. That's going to be my new gauge. I'm going to look at Twitter, and if Twitter's still talking about colorism, OG this, OG that, I'm not watching it. I'm not going to watch a review. The last thing I want to say is everybody on Twitter, because I know Funky Dineva did a video last week about maybe it's not colorism, maybe OG is just ugly, and can't people just be ugly? And I think people, Funky Dineva, I know you probably ain't looking at my channel, but in case you do, you're very intelligent, and I really respect a lot of the things you say when it comes to non-reality show type of conversations. Like, you know how to have an intelligent, educated conversation. But that video missed the mark. And by the end of the video, you got it, because you was like, it was colorist for them to put her in that separate reunion stage and all this and all that. By the end of the video, you got it, but you done spewed all this bullshit about, oh, maybe she just ugly, where you done gave all the ignorant people the go to get on Twitter and be like, OG is ugly this, OG, yes, she ugly, that bitch ugly. I looked at Twitter and it seemed like every other tweet was just calling OG ugly. And I'm like, this is the problem. Because if you really think about it, why are you calling OG ugly? What's ugly about her? Because if we gonna talk about ugly, and I tweeted this last night, the bitch on the show that's ugly is the executive producer. Shawnee is the ugly bitch. Shawnee's nostrils are the same size as her eyeballs, and they just sit wide open on her face. Her lips are itty bitty tiny rat-like lips. It's just, she seemed like one of the bitches that, because she was light-skinned, poor little nigga like, don't say that, Angie. Don't say the N-word. But she pulled her little baller like Shaq. And because she got the coins, she got some Shaq child support coins in her bank account, she can be a mean girl because, yeah, I ain't the cutest one in the clique, but I got the credit card to fly us over to where they went overseas. We can go to Europe. I could fly us out to the Caribbean. I can get us a little yacht. Let's go to Miami. Let's go to New York. Like, I'm the one with the credit card. Let's go get something to eat. Let's have a party. I can have a TV show. Because if it was not for Shaq, Shawnee wouldn't even have the clout to be a basketball wife and have this kind of show. In my eyes, Shawnee is the ugliest bitch on the show. OG is not ugly. Now, can she wear an ugly wig? Yeah, she had on some raggedy wigs. But who on this show haven't? Does she wear the wrong shade of lipstick 55% of the time? Yeah, but look at that bitch Timbre on Belle Collective. She always have on the wrong shade of lipstick. I personally have seen OG slay on Instagram. I follow her on Instagram, and she's not ugly at all. That bitch Shawnee is ugly, inside and out. The only thing saving Evelyn is that she is attractive, but that bitch is ugly on the inside. So that pissed me off because I felt like that video just greenlit all the ignorant people to be like, yeah, we just don't like her because she ugly. We just don't like her because she ain't cute. We don't want to be around her. I'm telling you, the most unintelligent bitches who ain't good for nothing but busting their pussies open. You seen Evelyn was patting the best part of her. All they good is for busting it open and popping out babies, and you want to get on TV and act like you all that and have some kind of clout, and you don't even have the intelligence to sit down and understand that this is a very serious topic of conversation. And if you had 2 brain cells you could run together, you would use this opportunity to do something good for the community by having an open, honest conversation. But no, y'all just want to be ignorant, pussy popping bitches. And I'm done. That's the review. Like I said, I'm going to get on Twitter next week to see if we talking about something besides who ugly and who using colorism as a storyline. If we still on all that same bullshit, I ain't reviewing. Get in the comments and let me know what y'all think. Bye.